Season 7 is here. In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 builds that you can make in Season 7 that you can take into the Rec Park or Pro-Am and go absolutely crazy, get your stats up, be able to level up, hit level 4 and earn your rewards. Or if you just want to make a new build in general, these 5 I would recommend. Let's get to the video. So 7, 2 wingspan. We're gonna keep that mid-range at 73. We're gonna do the free throw. We're gonna do 75 free throw. We're going to do pass accuracy. We're going to go to 87 pass accuracy, which is going to give you bailout, break starter, versatile, visionary, and dimer. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to give him a steal of 60. We're going to give him a perimeter of 62. You'll see why later. We're going to piece it all together. Then we're going to give him an interior D of 82. Okay? And we're going to partner that up with the 89 block. All right, so let's pause for a second. The 89 block, it would be cap broken into 93 block, okay? I think that's 4 cap breakers if I have my math right. That's +4 right here to the block. That'll give you the ability to swap the ball at will, get that out of there, get that bull out of there, okay? At 7 foot, what you're gonna need at 7 foot, especially going against builds like the first build I showed, that's a 7'3", that height mismatch, you wanna have a higher block for him. So when he try you, it's over with. Defensive rebound, we're gonna do 94, and we're gonna cap break +2 to get 96. Okay, we're gonna cap break +2 to get 96. Actually, we're gonna cap break +5 to get 99. Excuse me. We're gonna cap break +5 to get 99. Okay, so we're gonna have a 3-ball, limitless range, and we're also gonna have a high rebound also, and a good dunk. Man, we got it all. We got it all with this build, man. Offensive rebound 80. Now the reason the offense is lower in this one because it's a shooting center. So you have to think when you're shooting threes, it's hard to get offensive rebounds when you're popping, standing corner and all that. You're not gonna be able to get a lot of offensive boards unless you're rolling. Why are you rolling if you can shoot? You should be at the 3-point line shooting at all times. So the best rebounds you're gonna get are defensive rebounds. So that's why I put defense rebounds on. People who make stretches with offensive rebound, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. All right, speed, we're gonna do 76. You're fast enough to do what you gotta do. Strength, we're going 91 strength. And then vert, we going 80. Okay, 80 vert. The vert good enough. We jumping out the gym. We got rise up, pogo, aerial, and high flight in our gold. All right, so when somebody blow past you, you can easily chase it down. You can easily chase that ball down and swat that thing out of here. We got a little bit extra, so if the free throw happens, you get it. So this is the final build. Once again, cap break this right here and cap break this. That's +4, that's +5, that's 9 cap breakers. If you don't have 9, then just focus on getting the rebounding up. The block will come later. Just focus on rebound first. You only got 5, do all on the rebound. Okay, that's what you do. So the shades, let's see what shades we're gonna get. We're gonna get shades of Jack Sigma, Donovan Clegan, and Ware. And then we're gonna get the name of a what name we gonna get, man? Let me see. We're gonna get the name of a 2-way inside-out playmaker at center, which is kind of crazy name for a center. 6'3", the weight 220 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. All right, so let's get to this dynamic build. So one of the first things we're gonna do, we're gonna give this brother a 93 driving dunk. 93 driving dunks and give it the ability to have contact dunks. But hold on, we're gonna end up cap breaking this to 96. All right, so we're gonna use +3 on our cap breakers to get 96, so we can get Hall of Fame posterizer, and then you can have the ability to even max 1 posterizer. You see how that go? You get the ability to max 1 posterizer, you're gonna be able to just dunk on everybody. And you know they buffed posterizer, so you definitely gonna be able to cook. Now driving level, we're gonna do 75 just so we can get bronze layup mix master. And shooting, we're gonna go at 83 3-pointer. Okay, the reason we're going 83 is because we're gonna get limitless range bronze, and honestly this is really all you need. All right, now a lot of people like going OD, going to 89 94. To be honest, bro, you just need an 80, bro. 80 and up, you should be able to green majority of your shots. Okay, it's not gonna be that much different between a 83 and an 89, because 89, the next tier is probably limitless range silver, and that's probably the next tier you get set shot and all that. But honestly, man, if you max one set shot specialist to gold, you still get the same benefits. That's probably what I'll do. And then on top of that, you can add a takeover that boosts shooting. So if you're adding takeovers that boost shooting, then you don't need to really have a crazy high shooting anyway. That's the point of the takeovers, to make up for where you lack. You don't have a 93 pointer naturally, but you get it through takeover. You see how that works? So 83 is the min. I'm gonna give y'all a jumper at the end till you can work with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you jumpers at the end to work with this. For free throw, what we end up doing for free throw is we end up putting this joint up to 94. Now you know, like, why 94? Actually, we did 74 right here because something else is gonna move up mid-range. But we're gonna go 94 to free throw, and the reason why is it was extra. And I know y'all be like, 94 free throw is crazy. It is crazy. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a 91 speed with ball. To me, that's like mandatory for a guard, like a good guard, because you need lightning launch legend or Hall of Fame at least. Because lightning launch, you just blow by everybody. Like it's crazy. That is the real blow by badge. It's lightning launch. I thought it was strong handle. Nah, bro, it's lightning launch. Because ever since I've been playing with the D-Rose build, bro, I've learned that lightning launch is the real bread right there. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do though, we're gonna give him an 82 pass accuracy, which is gonna give him gold dimer, bronze breakout or break starter, excuse me, and versatile visionary bronze. You're gonna get gold dimer. Why not? Why not have gold dimer in the past? Your team would be a good team player. Have an 85 perimeter D. And we're also gonna have a 91 steal. Look at this. And we're also gonna have a 68 block. The 68 block gives you bronze high flyer. The steal gives you glove and interceptor gold. This perimeter D is gonna give you basically challenger. 5 is gonna give you silver challenger, silver on ball, pick dodger silver, sleep on. Oh, we can rebound too. I just gave him a 72. I just gave him a 72, man. Why not? And then 41 on the offensive board. Okay? So this is what it ended up being. You're going to be able to get rebounds too. Especially once you see the physicals. Because the physicals, I made this brother's ability to be fast and to jump. Let's go to physicals. So speed, we're going to do 88. But we're going to do a speed takeover. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you the takeover I'm going to do. You know, you need to play good D. And we're going to give him an 82 strength, which is going to give him now strong handle gold, physical finisher bronze, and immovable enforcer silver. So you have the lockdown effect on top of it. Then we're going to give him a 85 vert. So that 85 basically going to give you Hall of Fame posterizer. So you're going to add +3 to dunk, and now you got Hall of Fame posterizer. Remember I said that earlier? So yeah, all around this build is pretty crazy, man. If you do all the stats like I told you with the cap breakers, the build literally has everything covered. So a two-way inside-out slash. A small forward, 6'10", 214, 7-foot wingspan. This is going to give us the ability to shoot limitless range threes, contact dunk. You about to see in a second. For starting off, we're going to go straight to drive and dunk. First thing we're going to do is we're going to give him contact dunk. So we're going to give him an 89 contact dunk, or excuse me, an 89 driving dunk, which will give him contact dunks. Driving layup, what we're going to do, let's give him a 70. And then we're going to end up with a close shot of 78, I believe, which gives us flow game. Now, you're already going to have the ability to do contact dunks on drive. So this build is going to be a fun build to play with. Trust me. It's going to be real fun, nice, fun build to mess around with at the park or rec or pro-am, whatever one you want to do. All right, so for standing up, we're going to do a 72. It's going to give you a bronze rise up so you have the ability to dunk. Now, we're not putting it high, but it's enough to get dunks off. You know, you still will be able to, you know, get some dunks off. Poke control ends up at 55. Next thing we're doing, we're putting three-pointer to 80, and we're going to end up cap breaking this. All right, right here, +3 to the cap breaker, and we'll be able to hit limitless range once we add 3 right here. So we will have the ability to contact dunk and to shoot limitless range threes. And guess what? To hit middies too, because we're going to have an 87 mid-range. If you're +2 to it, you're going to get gold set shot specialist. If you +3 it or 4 it, you're going to get shifty shooter. So this build is low-key fire without even a bunch of cap break. You don't even need a bunch of cap breakers to really get it off. Cap breaker just takes the build to a whole nother level. But if you just keep it baseline like this, you still should be able to cook and do whatever you got to do. Next thing, we're going to do speed with ball 68 to get the Zion dribble package. That's all we really need. And you get lightning launch on bronze. The the minimum you need. For ball handle, we're gonna do 77 ball handle. It's gonna give you strong handle. And in pass accuracy, I would do higher than 75, but I'm starting to find out passing is terrible because you do 82, man. You got a diamond for no reason. I ain't gonna lie. Diamond the worst badge in this game. Okay, that's what I've learned. Diamond serve no purpose. People still gonna brick. They still gonna shoot air balls. They still gonna clank. So you know what? 75 is good enough to a point where we're not gonna just be throwing, you know, ducks everywhere. We're actually gonna be able to pass the ball pretty consistently. So I think 75 is a good spot right there. I think that's like the perfect spot, especially for a build like this that don't really need it. Honestly, you probably could go lower, and some people might go lower. You know, you also can go to 71 too, but I did 75 just in case you want to throw a little fast break, you know, off the rebound if you're playing 3 with this build, because you can play the 3 and park with it. We're gonna do perimeter D going to 82. Okay, as you see, when we put 82, we now have challenger silver and on ball pest, and when we add the strength, we're gonna have more. So steel, we're gonna do 73. It's good enough. Silver interceptor, it's good enough. Tier D, we're gonna do 74. And once we add strength, you're gonna see we're gonna have post lockdown. Block, we're gonna have 84. So yes, you can block the ball. Look how balanced this build is, bro. This build is literally like perfectly balanced. And watch this, I'm gonna throw an 80 rebound on him, and now we got rebounding on him. We got silver rebound chaser now. You see what I'm saying? We throw some strength on him, now all a bunch of badges start popping. Now look at this, blue, 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 blue. Now we got a bunch of badges. See, now we go back here, we have a move on force of silver also, and then you go to here, now we have all ball pest, paint patroller, and post lockdown. You know what I'm saying? So you have the ability to shut the post down and to block the shot. So you low-key have everything covered. And what else can we do, Jones? Oh, wait. We also fast. Skloop. We got 80 speed for 6'10". That's pretty good at 6'10". Agility, 73. But don't worry, I got a takeover we're going to put on him. And then don't think he ain't athletic to where he can't jump, because this brother got hops. This brother got hops on top of it. He can jump. He can swat the ball, and if you cap break block, you now have high flyer deny. You see that? 88 plus 4. You don't have to do that. That's an option. That's what we call a read option. You know, you ever play football? They have read options. So the rest, we just put on free throw. Why not? And this is the final build, all right? This is the final build. Shades. You're going to get shades of Lamar Odom, Paul George, and Trey Murphy. And I want you to hang around, because I'm going to give you the takeover that I would use with this. That's going to actually take the build to the next level. What name is this going to be? A Swiss Army knife. So you're going to come out as a Swiss Army knife. I ain't going to lie, that's an L name. I do not like that name. Some people like it. They be like, oh, yeah, Swiss Army knife, Jones. I'm like, okay. Cool. Now, this is the build. Shout out to Mask Hoodie for letting me see his account. You see right here, we got a 74 close shot. We got an 85 driving layup. He's a veteran, too, so we got a lot of cab rate. We got a 75 driving, 45 standing up. We got a 93 mid-range. We got an 89 three-pointer, 89 pass accuracy. So we can pass, we can dribble, we can do it all. We got defense. We got an 85 perimeter D. Got the block, got the steal. We got enough rebounding. Bill can literally do it all, man. I ain't gonna lie. When he showed me his build, I'm like, yeah, this it. This is a fire one. Because I remember I made one a few years ago, and it was fire. So, yeah, you see all the stats right here. And then the takeover we going to use, which is going to make it crazier. We're going to make sniper takeover, which is going to give us plus 10 to the 3, which give us a 99 three-pointer when we have takeover. See the badge, we're gonna have legend set shot specialist. We got a lot of other gold shooting badges. You see the badge elevator. You already know what jumper I'm gonna use, man. I'm gonna use my AJ Johnson, Denny Vegeta, Quentin Grimes jumper, man. This is one of my favorite jumpers to use in general, so I always end up using this because this is so easy to rhythm shoot with. This is like my rhythm shooting jump shot when I want to just rhythm shoot with builds between 6'5" and 6'9". So this right here is what I'll be using. You have to be a power forward, and you have to be 6'6", weight 265, 7'1" wingspan. Now, if you skip ahead, you're gonna skip ahead. You're gonna be like, why is it called this? It's not called a demigod. but you gotta watch the full video to understand exactly how to get the name. Alright, so let's get straight to it. For first, we're gonna do drive and dunk to 90. So yes, you will be able to get contact dunks with this build. You be able to dunk, do all the little goodies, contact dunks and all that. Alright, for driving layup, what we're gonna need? We're gonna need a 73 driving layup, alright? And for close shot, we're gonna need a 75. Now, remember, if you don't copy these stats, viewer results may vary, okay? Make sure you watch the full video and understand what's going on. Alright, so make sure you do the stats exactly how I have it listed. Stand and dunk will stay at 40. Post control will stay at 45. For three-pointer, you're gonna do 78. I know you're like, wow, I can't shoot with that. That's the beauty of it. We're cap breaking this +5. So this will be cap broken +5. Alright, so for mid-range, we're gonna do an 88 mid-range. You see that? Bow. Now we can shoot the midi and a 3 in the future. Alright, if we have foresight what's going to happen, this will happen. For the next thing we're gonna do ball handle to 88, and that's what's gonna give us a crazy name at the end. You're gonna see what the name is. Speed with ball, we're learning you don't need crazy speed with ball, so let's keep this joint at 68. Okay, let's keep it at 68 because we're learning speed with ball ain't all that no more. Okay, pass accuracy, what we're gonna do 87 pass accuracy. We're going to do 87 perimeter D. All right, and that's gonna give you some badges right there. As you see, once we unlock more stuff, we're gonna get an 88 interior. So yes, you're small at 6'6", but I ain't gonna lie, these little 6'6" builds are pretty fun to play with. Like, I know they like, oh, you're a baby. No, they fun, bro. And you hold your own. You do hold your own. Block, what we're gonna do 78. It's gonna give us high fly denier and paint patroller, and then still we're just gonna do enough just to get 60. You know, we're not a lock stealing the ball, but we do got a paint presence and perimeter presence, and that's all we really need. As far as offensive rebound, let's get that joint to 85, and let's get defensive rebound to 85 also. We have an even thing right here, so we both can snag on both ends. This makes this build really creative. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good park build. Theater build park, this is real good for theater and or park. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is speed. We're gonna draw speed to 80, and we're gonna do agility to 76, which is gonna give us the badge. Now we can go back and look at the badges that we're getting. You see now what we're getting is challenger, off-ball menace, pick dodger, off-ball pass. You see we're getting all those now. Strength, we're gonna put strength to 85. And by doing that, now we have a movable enforcer, we have post lockdown, box out beast, and strong handle Hall of Fame. We got all bunch of goodies. And then we're gonna throw the 80 vert. Uh-oh, we made a mistake, guys. We made a mistake. Stay with me, stay with me. And I know what it is. We did right here. This is why you watch the whole video. Take that down, you put that there, and then guess what? That's the final stat. Before we final it out, this is the build right here. You're gonna get limitless range. You don't have it now, you will unlock it. Okay, this is another thing you're going to unlock. You're gonna unlock set shot specialist gold after the cap breaktion of the build. You're gonna unlock poster gold after the cap breaktion of the build. All right, I don't know if that's a word, but we making it up today. As far as anything else, strength is decent enough, and you got that. That's also decent enough. We're gonna add the +1 to guess what? Free throw. And now the build is done. Now the build is done. Now you're gonna understand, but you're gonna be mad for a second because when I show you these shades, it ain't gonna say demigod. Well, so did I lie to you? No, we didn't lie. This is the first step. Okay, it's the first step of it. You have to make this first, and it's an all-around star. So honestly, I ain't gonna lie, this fire name alone is still fire to where most people would be like, I ain't gonna lie, even if I can't cap break it yet, it's still a fire name, and it is. But the cap breaktion hasn't even began yet. Once you cap break it, it turns to a different entity, and I'm about to show you right now. After you upgrade it, this is the cap breakers you need. You need 93 drive and dunk. You have to push it +3. After that, you have to do +2 on the mid-range, or you won't get it. You need to do +5 on the 3 to make it 83. I'm not sure what triggers this name, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it because I'm gonna find another way to do it with different builds. But it seems like in order to trigger this, you need a bunch of stats in the upper 80s because interior D is high, perimeter is high, offense and defense is high. I know how to trigger all around star, but I don't want to, you know, the thing about this, you don't want to just keep making builds then cap break it. I wish there was a potential where you can see what the name would be after you cap break without spending the money. But it's kind of like one of those type of bills. So it's going to cost money to find newer ones, which is crazy. This is the best. If you enjoyed the video, man, leave a like, something new. And there go another banger right there on the screen. You got to check that one out next.